As Black History Month continues, we're remembering the life and legacy of Ed Johnson, one of several Chattanooga residents in the early 1900s who was lynched on the Walnut Street Bridge. Tonight, Channel 3's Joy Dukes has a look back at the tragic story and an update on a memorial being built in his honor.
Many Chattanooga residents know the Walnut Street Bridge to be a connector between the downtown and Chattanooga's North Shore. But it was once a place of racial division. And for those in the black community, it's a painful reminder of what happened to Ed Johnson. Now, right now, construction on a memorial is underway to ensure that Johnson's story is never forgotten. In the heart of what is now a bustling downtown Chattanooga.
We often want to hush up. We don't want to talk about what happened. But with any great problem, silence doesn't fix it.
Lies a dark past.
The bridge behind us isn't merely a place of jubilation and exercise. It is also the place, the spot of racial terror.
The history behind Chattanooga's Walnut Street Bridge entails heinous acts of violence against black residents of the city dating back to the early 1900s.
There are folks, black folks, who don't cross that bridge.
Ed Johnson was one of several black men who were lynched there, according to Donovan Brown, the chair of the Ed Johnson Project, a group formed in 2016.
Ed Johnson was a resident of Chattanooga, and he was born in the late 19th century in the shadows of the Civil War.
The lynching took place after Johnson was wrongfully accused of raping a white woman in 1906. Johnson, a stonemason, was ultimately found guilty by an all-white jury in Chattanooga and sentenced to death, but given a stay of execution when the case went to the U.S. Supreme Court.
That while I grew up not knowing the story, while so many in Chattanooga still don't know the story, it's taught throughout law schools throughout the country because of its role in the evolution of American jurisprudence.
However, his fate was sealed when a white mob broke into his cell, dragged him out, and hung his body from the bridge.
God bless you all, I'm an innocent man. And they hoisted his body up, and the first time the rope wasn't able to hold, but they hoisted him up and they lynched him.
115 years later, construction on a memorial in his honor is nearing completion. Visitors will be able to stop, read, and reflect on Johnson's story of tragedy and triumph.
We can actually pursue healing and memorialization, and we can tell the truth of Ed Johnson, but also the truth of the white lawyers who fought for him, the truth of the white lawyers whose lives were threatened because they stood up to the system as it was.
Brown says for Chattanoogans who see or use the bridge today,
we don't have to deny what happened on that bridge. We can hold both the tragedy and what it's become today.
The memorial will serve as a resounding reminder to honor his death and keep his story alive. Private and public dollars came together to make this project possible. Construction on this $2 million project started in July of last year and is expected to be complete in the spring. For now, reporting in Chattanooga, Joy Dukes, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.